Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch McConnell, I'm at it again. Mitch McConnell is at it again. Trump, if you think you can outraise the entire Republican Party, you got another thing coming. McConnell boasted that GOP groups had outraised Trump. The Hill, Independent. McConnell tells Senate Republicans their fundraising operation is bringing in more cash than Trump's. You like that? I don't have my McConnell say, Trumpy, Orange Menace, I'm talking to you. We're bringing in more cash than you are. Look at all the cash and money we have. I don't have the McConnell today, but Mitch McConnell is sadly mistaken. First of all, Trump has received 92%, and I think it's like virtually 100% negative media coverage. None of his accomplishments have been championed by even the Republican Party. First president to step foot in North Korea, to begin détente, a roadmap towards peace between North and South Korea, President Moon Jae-in stated that Trump deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. You have the Abraham Accords, peace between Israel, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco. You have, on May 1st, 2021, an agreement that Trump's administration negotiated to end America's longest-running conflict in the history of this country. And of course, President Biden, is not going to honor that agreement. He's going to keep Americans there indefinitely, forever. Indefinitely is Democratic Party doublespeak for forever. And these are the people, by the way, who live their lives on Twitter and social media, where if there's this, banjo player for a rock band or a band that says something good about a conservative author, he's like vilified on social media, and he then apologizes for actually his true and like what he truly meant. And he has to now potentially he's taking time away from the band. I don't want to get into it, but my God almighty. I mean, it's gotten so bizarre. And actually all of this, ostracizing and trying to shame and bully people and trying to, level accusations of blasphemy and, that's a sign of weakness, actually. The fact that President Trump had to deal with this world, this social media world, this cyber reality, now, he wasn't perfect. He said things he shouldn't have said. He on his Twitter account overshadowed his accomplishments. He was the first president. He allocated more funding than any other president to historically black colleges and universities. You can't be a bad person if you're doing that. The rebuttal is, yes you can. It's like, yeah, but you're probably a good person. If you're doing all of those things, allocating more money to HBCUs than any president ever, signing prison reform legislation. I mean, you look, President Biden wrote the 100-to-1 sentencing disparity in the crime bill in the 90s. That is linked to this to an era of mass incarceration that despots and totalitarians and authoritarians have presided over. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Tell your friends about this channel, because I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a certain outlook regarding President Trump, his accomplishments, and how he's already taken over the Republican Party. And if you look, outraised the Republican Party all by himself. And we'll get to that in a second. Or almost. Or on his way to, at least. But hit subscribe if you want to read my writing in the Federalist, the Daily Caller, the Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post. Go to hagoodman.com. If you want to support my voice long term, your support is greatly appreciated. To my new Patreons, thank you so very much. That's on hagoodman.com. It's also in the pinned comment and description. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see my debates there also. Let's just read this really quickly. The Independent. McConnell tells Senate Republicans their fundraising operation is bringing in more cash than Trump's. Well, yeah, okay, you have an entire Republican Party that is an actual political entity. Long before Trump decided to enter politics. So what are you bragging and boasting about? What are you bragging about? What is it that you're bragging about? This is a political party that started in the 1850s. And so you're saying that you're raising more money than a person who's been vilified and received 92% negative media coverage. Every calamity was directly his fault. You don't hear any with President Biden. You don't hear sources say. Where are the CNN articles regarding sources set? Like, where are the anonymously sourced articles? Where are the officials? The former officials that come out of the woodwork and say that President Biden, well, people don't like President Biden within the administration, or he's breaking rules and protocol. And where are the stories? Where's all the palace intrigue? That's what I'm trying. There's like no articles about the next calamity that Biden is stepping into. Where's the performance art pertaining to the White House press corps? They're all quiet. We have a question. We have a question about this administration doing the exact same things as President Trump. I mean, obviously it's better because it's the Democratic Party. Obviously it's much better because the oftentimes morally superior and apoplectic liberals, they're happy now. Where's the outrage? So let's get to that. Then you have Republicans investigating Trump based on a dossier Clinton purchased. Then you have people believing intelligence operatives that haven't been right since the Bay of Pigs, Gulf of Tonkin, WMD. Now this. Facebook ads, and then what? They impeached him on leverage over Zelensky. The notion that Biden would be investigated was enough for them to impeach Trump, or should be investigated, when the federal government now is looking into his son's taxes. So Hunter now is already being investigated by the federal government. So why did they impeach Trump in the first place? Marie Yovanovitch, one of the impeachment witnesses, said, the President Obama's administration told us about the conflicts of interest and said, if you have any questions, refer them to the vice president's office. I'm sure you would have received a very objective and truthful answer. But let's just read this. Ex-president has suggested all donations should be given to him rather than the Republican Party. I agree. Senator Mitch McConnell, oh my goodness. Look how much money we have. I'm rolling around in money. Oh, the image. Without any clothes on. Senator Mitch McConnell privately boasted to Republicans that their fundraising campaign was doing better than that of Donald Trump, reports say. McConnell's claims come as the ex-president told supporters to give money to him, not the Republican Party. Good. I love how even CNN and others like Vox, oh my God, look what Trump is doing to the poor Republicans. There is an anti-Republican apparatus like the Democratic Party, New York Times, Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, BuzzFeed, Esquire, Vanity Fair, Mother Jones, The Nation, Time Magazine. Do you not have enough publications backing every single viewpoint from the Democratic Party? Do you not have enough? of cable news and then Twitter and then Facebook and then every algorithm possible. Why do you think I speak in such a long-winded manner? Why do you think it takes me 16 minutes to get to one point? Because everything I do is algorithmically friendly, and I have a pristine relationship with YouTube, so that's good. But it takes me a long time because I have to just... You can't even say certain words. When I say lives lost, there are other words. You can play charades. There are other words that mean lives lost that I don't have to... that are, only one word. But I just say, lives lost, that type of thing. Anyway, getting back to this... the Senate Minority Leader made the comment at a private lunch for Republicans. Insiders told the New York Times. Well, the former president has urged... this could be true, could be not true, but the former president has urged conservatives to donate to his Political Action Committee, which observers say would tighten his grip on the party as he tries to take on his adversaries within it. So, President Trump runs the Republican Party. They're waiting until 2022. And everyone knows this. Even Mitt Romney stated that there's nobody, if Trump runs, hopefully he does, I believe he will, there's nobody that can come close. Trump runs again, he cannot get back on Twitter. It cannot happen. It simply cannot happen. Please, if there's anyone in President Trump's administration, or I'm saying advisor, anyone that watches this channel, if there's anyone close to President Trump at all, or that can relay a message to Trump, I'm going to be like, Princess Leia and that, the hologram message. Please, President Trump, Twitter is not, our only hope is that you don't get back on Twitter. Because that was a trap. And it overshadowed all of his accomplishments. President Trump signed an executive order combating anti-Semitism on college campuses. I'm just waiting for Biden to overturn that. I obviously don't want him to, but I think what President Trump did was fantastic. Trump, throughout most of his tenure, presided over record low unemployment. This is a fact. But you didn't know that. People don't remember this or know this or acknowledge this today because of Twitter. And because the pandemic was blamed solely on Trump. And now we're seeing investigations regarding Cuomo and Whitmer and Murphy. And why is it that Pennsylvania as well? So California, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York, and New Jersey forced infected people into elderly facilities. Why is it that media, Twitter, nobody cared? Why didn't the New York Times run an expose on this? Why didn't they engage in hard-hitting investigative journalism? Yeah, because they don't, because they're part of a public relations apparatus. They're not going to, look, if there's a Trump Republican accused of anything, they go 36 people that knew him once, get the prom date, Josh Hawley's prom date, Madison Caulfield, 36 people they find. They tried to find Josh Hawley's prom date. I think they did. His middle school teacher. And of course it's, well, we're very disappointed in him. These conservatives grew up with conservatives. So it's like you find one quote from somebody, but no quotes defending him. Interesting. Only this type of behavior, this type of investigative journalism, is hard-hitting, intrepid journalism, only takes place when they don't like somebody. So they go after a person and they say, we're going to investigate these allegations. We're going to leave no stone unturned. With Michigan's Governor Whitmer, there was hush money payments, allegedly, to a top official. Nobody's talking about it. Immunity deals with Cuomo and the elderly care facilities and disabled facilities for disabled Americans that he sent infected people within. You had one estimate is 15,000 lives lost in New York. And in one estimate in Michigan, you have well over 2,000 lives lost because of the decisions of their governors. You think anyone cares in the New York Times or the Washington Post? Where's the investigative journalism? They were all over Stormy and Michael Cohen. That wasn't, but the difference is, here, Stormy and Michael Cohen, and elderly home facilities where the Democratic governors forced infected people within during a crisis where 1 out of 5 people lost their lives in California and New York. Go to the New York Times statistics. It's like astounding. It's horrible, and I don't say this in a gleeful manner. There's nothing like, this is America. It shouldn't be a blue or red thing, but Democrats and media have made it a blue and red thing. So look, around 100,000 people. So you look, 1 out of 5 people have lost their lives in either New York or California. New York and California account for 100,000 of the 500,000 lives lost. And then you add 5 other states within the top 11 highest states. So 7 of the top 11 account for a little over 200,000 of the 500,000 lost. It's 40% in 7 Democratic-run states. That just happen to be also the states New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and California. Oh, that's right. 5 of the 7 states forced infected people within old age homes. But here, the minority leader reportedly distributed cards to senators that stated that the Senate Republican super PAC had raised total $612+ million in 3 cycles, nearly $1 billion. Below that, Trump's statistics says Trump 148 million plus over 148 million. It's like, okay. If you are, and he doesn't even list the numerous, Trump just started his PAC, number 1. I believe he just started his PAC. So he's doing quite well. He didn't have 3 cycles to get to 1 billion. Number 2, he's the only person within the Republican Party that can generate enthusiasm, electricity, passion. Like, people like Trump because of his foreign policy. He presided over tremendous achievements. Okay, President Biden, within 1 month, made sure that we are going to stay in these never-ending conflicts forever. That's why I voted for Trump. That's the primary reason, one of the main reasons. Foreign policy. The achievements, he never got credit for his achievements. He was investigated based on a dossier purchased by his political rivals, and Republicans investigated a Republican president. And it was like, well, he's on his way to actually surpassing Mitch McConnell in terms of money. And I believe that McConnell actually counted numerous PACs. He didn't just pick one Republican PAC and compare it to Trump's, which would have been roughly the same amount of money, I believe. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. I'll be back numerous times today. Obviously, I'll have a live stream in the evening. I have the best people on my live stream. Thank you so very, very much. McConnell is actually going to be one of Trump's, major allies in 2022. But it's just funny how, he knows the reality. I know the reality, but I just can't accept it. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right